Hi, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of the winter event at Dulles Expo Center and some sales numbers. Let's get into the video. So the last time I was at the Dulles Expo Center was in November, and that was with a different company than I was with last weekend, which was the same company as October. So if you want to compare October's video to this week, or what am I trying to say? October and December were the same people, November were different people, but they were all at Dulles Expo Center. And each one, my booth got better, I progressed, I made changes, and I did better each time. So pros and cons versus October. My cons that I said was that the bags that they gave out had the wrong date, encouraging people to come back. It said December 3rd. We were there December 10th, and then there was no music. Also, the event company, they've only been around for like a year or two. So those I wasn't even saying were like a con. It was just the things that went wrong. But last weekend, both of those things changed. They gave out really nice bags. They're actually really awesome. I like the bag. And they also had Christmas music going on. And actually, their Christmas music stayed on better than the people in November. And the people in November have been in business for like 30 years. And so it was interesting. I don't know how the music works, like if someone's phone's plugged in, or if it's Bluetooth, or if it's a CD, or if it's a radio station. I have no idea how the logistics of it works. However, it was more well connected and better turned on, if that makes any sense, this previous weekend than November. They did a better job decorating this weekend than they did in October, although I don't know how you would really decorate for October. But also this weekend, or this previous weekend, wasn't a Christmas show. It was just a winter show. And the people in November, they decorated very well for Christmas because it was a Christmas show. So again, I'm not really saying like yay or nay, I'm just saying the facts of what it is. They did a really good job of bringing in customers this time. There's definitely way more customers in December than there were in October. I don't know how much a factor of different advertising that they use, but in October, it was definitely very slow, and COVID could have been a big factor of that as well. But I did get a customer complain to me that she didn't know that it was going on until the last minute because it wasn't advertised in the newspaper. But I already submitted that to the company, the event planning company. They gave us like a survey. So I already submitted that they need to do that next time. And that's fine. They need to learn. Like with anything, you got to learn from your mistakes, right? And then I said this the last time as well, is that there weren't a lot of kids or teens at the event, but that was also the case in October and November. So I don't think that has anything to do with the event company. I think it has to do with the location and that all the events are paid. You have to pay to get in. And I don't think a teenager is paying to go to a craft fair and then spend money on stuff. So I didn't sell a lot of keychains or scrunchies, but I already knew that going right in. I brought my keychains and scrunchies, but I already knew right off the bat that I wasn't going to sell them very much. So I'm fine with that. I already knew that. And then a big pro for me is that the Dulles Expo Center is a big, safe place. It's clean. They have nice bathrooms. It's well air conditioned. It's well heated. You're out indoors, out of the elements. And that there was no drama. There wasn't any like crazy thing that happened. There weren't things that were like breaking or security had to do something or the police had to come, or there was nothing like that. So I definitely very much so enjoy doing shows at the Dulles Expo Center. It's been a very nice experience. As far as a con, I would say that a con for me was that we all had sidewalls. I'm not sure why they did this. At shows, you can pay to have so the back drape is 8 foot tall by the width of your booth. And then normally you have a side drape that's about maybe 4 feet tall. And then you could pay for 8 foot tall side drape. And I've never paid for that, but both times I've been next to a corner person and that corner person had a side drape. So I had one. This time, every single person had two, and I'm not sure why they did that. And I would hope that the people who paid for it got their money back. So I'm not sure what that was about. I didn't really like that because I could only talk to the people across from me. So the guy directly across from me had pottery. To my right, she had artwork. And to my left was wine slushies. So I was friends with all of them. I got along with all of them well. However, it took away from me being able to interact with the people directly left and right to me. So I didn't really like that. And it kind of felt claustrophobic. So I definitely in the future know that I don't want to pay for sidewalls. So I'm not sure why they did that. But that was the only really con for me. So let's get into sales numbers. So I will, for Friday, Saturday, and then the overall weekend, I'll put the numbers up on the screen. For Sunday, I forgot to take the screenshot, and I don't know how to go back and only isolate that one date to take the screenshot. So, and I didn't do well on Sunday anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So, so to be at Dallas Expo, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was $100 jury to give in your application, and then $500 for the booth. So it was $600 or close to $700, something like that. So $600, we'll say, was the booth. So just to be there. So, and also sales is different from profit. I'm going to tell you how much I made in sales. That is not how much money I take home. That is not how much money I have in the bank account. That is how much money I sold. So on Friday, I sold $442 worth of product. I had 16 sales, and I had $27.62 as my average sale. This was really good because last time my average sale was about, I think like $15 or so. Like it was under 20. And that was one of my goals for myself, was to have a higher average dollar sale. And how I did that was with my jar openers, which are $6 each. I had $3. If you bought 3 of them, then you'd get $2 off. So instead of it being $18, it was $16. And then the reusable towels, those were a popular item, and I made sure I had a bunch of those, and those were $16. So I had a lot of transactions that was 3 jar openers, or that was a towel. So that was $16 or $16.85 if it was credit card. I sold 14 reusable towels on Friday, 23 jar openers, 4 placemats, 2 scrunchies, and 1 towel pouch. So that was really awesome. Like, I was ecstatic. Like, you saw from my November video that I had never made $200 in a day. Like, making $400 on a Friday, my mind was blown, and I was so happy and positive and optimistic, and the changes that I'm making are for good. And I've told you guys many times that I get many, many negative comments about my name being Tansley Paper Co. when I have a majority of sewn items. And I don't have time to explain to every single person why it is that my name the way it is, and that my products are the way that they are. So this being my very last show under this name, I'm very optimistic that I'm making the positive changes that I need to be making. I've taken the constructive criticism, and I've done what I needed to do. So for Saturday, I had $586 in sales, 26 sales. The average dollar per sale was $22.54. I sold 14 towels, 23 jar openers, 10 placemats, and 7 scrunchies. And I think that's super weird. Like, what freaky coincidence that I had the same amount of towels and the same amount of jar openers sold on Friday and Saturday. I don't know. It just kind of weirds me out, but it just still blows my mind. And then for Sunday, I only had $164 in sales and 8 sales. So the other thing that was weird about Sunday is that when I talked to other vendors, is that some other vendors told me that Sunday was their best day, and that Friday it was like an anomaly that it was so high in sales. So I did not do well on Sunday. I was so bored because it was just like, like I got like 1 sale an hour. And then, but I can't complain overall. I mean, it was a great weekend. My overall sales for the weekend was $1,148. I had 50 sales. The average dollar per sale was $23.84. I sold 32 towels, 52 jar openers, 14 placemats, 11 scrunchies, and 6 towel pouches. So I think that's fantastic. And I thought that I had taken enough towels and jar openers. I did not. So now I know for next time that I need to have significantly more. And that's great. I'm glad I know that. And I actually just went to Joann's the other night, so I have more fabric to make more inventory. I don't have my next show set, but I feel much better prepared. I have much more confidence in my layout. I did a new layout this weekend, and I'm very happy. I got great feedback on it, and it was the first time that I didn't change my tables all weekend. I had moved a couple products around as stuff got depleted, but not moving my tables and still doing well made me feel very confident. And off of another video that I've told you guys is that turn on your tips on your square reader. So I had $28.77 of credit card fees this weekend. By turning on the tips, I had $33.01 tipped to me. So I made an extra like $2, but I didn't because that goes to all the other fees. So there was something else I want to tell you guys, is that what was very interesting, I don't know the psychologicalness behind it or psychology behind it, but I found it very interesting. So how I said that if you buy 3 jar openers, it was $16 instead of $18. So that was $2 off. And I also had that on the towel pouches, is that they were $8 each. So if you bought 3, then it was $2 off. But what I ended up doing is that it didn't matter what you bought. Any 3 items, it was $2 off. Any 6 items, it was $4 off. And what's very interesting is that the people that I gave the $2 off that had credit card transactions, not cash, is most of those people are the ones that tip me. Typically at an event, I don't get that many people to tip me, but more people tip me this weekend than normal. So I thought that was a very interesting like psychology thing. For example, this one lady who bought 7 jar openers, she was going to buy 7 jar openers, but then I told her that if she bought 9, then it would be $6 off. So she bought 8 and got 1 for free. She ended up tipping me $7 and some change. And it's like, that was more than the $6. So I'm not sure, like, if people think, oh, she's giving me a discount, so I'm going to tip her. It was just something very interesting, a trend that ended up happening that I wasn't even thinking. I didn't even, like, it wasn't in my thought process that that might happen. So anyways, I thought that I would share that with you guys. But I am beyond ecstatic. I am so grateful. You know, overall, I still did not make a profit on my show because of the fact that I have done poorly at so many other shows. So overall, as a whole of the year, I still did not do well. But as an isolated incident for this one weekend, I did do very well. And it feels so good to have finally made a positive event and finally had a positive outcome. I got positive feedback from other vendors, from customers. I had some customers come back and have bought things previously. I had 2 different customers, one on Friday, one on Saturday. The one on Friday told me, I got this jar opener in Leesburg at Made, and then her friend bought a jar opener from me too. And then on Saturday, I had someone tell me that she bought my stationery at Made, and that then I can't remember if she made a purchase or not, but the fact that like people recognize my product and recognize my name, it felt so good inside, and felt so good to finally, like, I talked about this before in October, like that it's been so hard to just fail, negative. And not that like every single show I'm going to go to from now on is going to be positive, but I feel so much more confident. I feel like I'm finally tapping into my niche. I feel like I finally am finding the product that I need to keep making, what I need to focus on. I'm honing in on my skills, and I'm just so glad that I've gotten to this point. I'm so glad that I persevered. You know, I've said before that I talked to people who said they've been doing this for 20 years and that they didn't figure it out until 3 or 4 years. I don't know how they failed for that long. I've been doing this for 8 months, in-person shows for 8 months. I've been selling for over 2 years. But I am so glad that I'm like, I feel like I'm over that hump. I'm hoping that my next show and from now on is positive, but I don't want to be too cocky, you know, and get ahead of myself. But we'll see. I'll definitely let you guys know. But thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm so close to 200 subscribers. I really want to, my goal is to become monetized, and you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So January will be my 1 year. I'm really hoping that I hit over 200, maybe 250 by my 1 year mark. And then I only have 750 to go to hit 1,000. But I'm really hoping that in 2022, it'll be my year. I'm opening my new business, reorganizing how I have my products. And, you know, I'm very optimistic for what 2020 is going to bring. Please stay tuned for what's coming next. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I appreciate you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you have any questions or would like to share anything, please leave it in the comments down below.